camera again. Hi everybody, how are you doing? Cut again. Okay. I'm so done with this. Oh my god. Hi guys, it's really nice to have you back. Now you're here to join me on this vlog. Obviously you know who I am, Rossana Silva. It's lovely talking to you again. And guess what? Today we're going to talk about Portuguese Manifesto. So obviously for those of you that have been following my journey, you know that I've been working on this project for a very long time. It's a project very close to my heart, very dearly indeed. Obviously as a native fluent speaker as well, born in Porto, Portugal, then I knew that I was so passionate to talk about this project, as I really do identify myself with the fashion industry, and ultimately being as patriotic as I am, I'd have to speak about my homegrown town, which is Portugal. So here we are, we're going to talk about the implications, the journey itself, the negative aspects, the positive aspects, ultimately Portuguese. Firstly, the first point I would like to touch on is that there is a negative externality associated with, you know, Portuguese Fashion Week, Lisbon Fashion Week. We almost hear the top mainstream ones like all the time. So you hear about Paris, Milan, New York, and I've always wondered to myself, why? You know, is that fair? Is that relevant? Is it the media's fault? Is it the public's fault? Is it a specific person in general? Have we aged? Is it something to do with, you know, politics? And so I've done a bit of my own research, and you know, I had been traveling back and forth, which I can't complain, I've loved it. And so when I went to Lisbon, I discovered so many things about this. One of the things that I discovered was that there was a consumer shift in the mentality of not only the Portuguese people, but all the other citizens around the world. So obviously we are in the 21st century, things have changed, but there was an opposition, you know, in relation to the Vietnam War. There were facts, you know, ethical facts about sexism and feminism, and about men having more power than women and ruling, whereas today we can understand that, especially in Portugal, fashion industry is run by so many women. You know, they have their leadership roles, they have authority, and this is very motivating. You know, I was really happy to see that in principle there's this one lady named Eduarda. She has been running, commanding, should I say, the fashion industry for over 20 years. Legend. I should take my hat off for you, Eduardo. You are amazing. Now, she has made this radical change, not only in Lisbon, but around the world. And if we come to look at other runways, you know, Calvin Klein, okay, it's run by a man. Michael Kors, it's run by a man. But then we have people like Gianna Versace. She is a woman in a leadership role. When people mentioned, you know, colour, race, and we have to talk about ethnicity because it is a big thing, unfortunately, but it still does occur. Now the question is it stronger? Is it more powerful? Is it more obvious than sexism nowadays? Or do you think that it's become a little bit more discreet? Now, we need to understand the difference between both of them, and we need to understand that there are laws, and the laws are reinforced, and that they have taken place. Now, my personal outtake on this, and I'm going to be really honest, I think it's down to the media. I think the media are filtering most of the content. I think the media choose to show most of the mainstream, but I don't think it's fair at all. I mean, we have some of the top models, the best top models. We have people like Maria Borges, which is African. She is descendant of Africans, but she is very well integrated into Portugal. We have Sara Sampaio, which is amazing. We have so many international models, and aside from the models, we have the top designers. We have Fatima Lopes, we have Nuno Gama, we have Ricardo Preto, and oh my gosh, when I went to Lisbon Fashion Week, I'm not kidding, people were literally standing in ovation for these guys. They can easily get to Hollywood, they can easily get to London Fashion Week. It's not a thing. They do have the potential, believe me, and I'm not being biased. They are great, their collections are great, their pieces are amazing, they are timeless, literally, but why are they not given the opportunity to excel? I would also like to understand if it is down to capitalism, and if it is, how are we going to combat that? As a nation, how are we going to unite? How are we going to make a difference? I've been living in London for over 20 years now. I don't remember going to, other than what they call Portuguese Day, which is an international celebration where we all congregate and we all go to this, they hire out this fun fair, and they have everything from barbecues to stage show performances and charitable causes on the day. I haven't been to a fashion event in London, and actually many of our designers have even graduated here in the UK. So I believe that they should receive some credit, and we should hold a stage for them where they can actually showcase their talent and receive some credit for it. But up until this very day, we don't. Who do we contact? The embassy? The government? Who? Institutions? Do we contact the head of fashion homes? Who? What is the answer? Guys, it's been amazing talking to you all. Stay tuned, subscribe onto my YouTube channel, and we'll have many hot topics on the way. I hope you've enjoyed talking about Portuguese Manifesto. I'll see you all soon. Bye.